Let's talk about how taxes are advertised in this country. Apparently, according to the commercials, taxes are fun. They involve dancing mascots, confetti, catchy jingles, high fives when you click submit, and look, if you enjoy clown music while making six-figure financial decisions, that's your business. But at Pink Harbor CPA, we take taxes seriously because getting someone the best possible result is not a joke, and we don't treat it like one. Let's be honest about how some big tax chains advertise. They make it seem like taxes are something you knock out between grabbing paper towels and returning a blender. Smiling actor, fake desk, pull down blind cubicles. It's so easy. Meanwhile, you're sitting in a folding chair, saying your social security number out loud while someone next to you is buying socks. That's not professional. That's a pop-up shop for your identity. We don't think your income, deductions, or financial future belong behind a fabric divider in a retail store. Before we go any further, I want you to do one thing. Drop a comment. Seriously. Tell us about the wildest tax advice you've ever heard. Something you saw in a TikTok shop. Something a friend swore was totally legal. Something that started with, "My cousin said you can just write it off." We see some absolutely unbelievable advice out there. And if you've heard it, chances are someone else heard it too. So put it in the comments. We might even break it down in a future video and explain why it's a very bad idea. And then there's the do-it-yourself route. The software promises just answer a few questions. It's basically foolproof. You could do it yourself. Here's the problem. Those programs don't know you. They don't explain strategy. They don't warn you when a tax law is changed. They just wait for you to make a mistake and then file it perfectly wrong. Here's how we explain it. If you're not changing your own oil, if you're not rebuilding your own transmission, if you're not fixing your own brakes, then you probably shouldn't be doing your own taxes. Because when something goes wrong, the IRS doesn't accept, well, the software said it was fine. And this year, this is not the year to go at it alone. The One Big Beautiful Bill introduced more tax changes than we've seen in years. We're talking about changes around the taxation of tips, changes affecting overtime income, a significantly increased SALT deduction limit, an enhanced senior deduction, and ripple effects that impact phase-outs, credits, and eligibility across the board. This isn't plug and play anymore. This is not interpretation. This is planning. This is knowing how one change affects 5 other lines on your tax return. Now, if anything in this video so far has made you nod your head, laugh a little, or think, yeah, that sounds painfully accurate, hit the like button. It doesn't file your taxes. It doesn't trigger an audit. It just tells the algorithm that tax content can be smart, useful, and not completely unbearable. And we appreciate that. We hear this all the time. My tax return is simple. No, it used to be simple. Now, if you work overtime, receive tips, own a home, pay state taxes, are retired, self-employed, or have any change in income, your return's no longer simple. There is no such thing as a simple return anymore. Only properly reviewed ones and expensive mistakes. And if you'd rather get your tax information from people who actually do this for a living, not someone filming from their front car seat of their car, go ahead and subscribe. We post content that explains what's changing, what actually matters, and what mistakes cost people money each year. No gimmicks, no scare tactics, no dancing mascots, just real information from real professionals about your real money. And while we're talking about professionalism, let's talk about offices. Because some of you have walked into an accounting office and immediately thought, oh no. Stacks of paper everywhere, files piled on desks, documents on chairs, papers that look like they've been there since the Clinton administration. And you're standing there holding your W-2s, your bank statements, your social security number, and you're thinking, if I hand this over, is this going to get lost, or is it going to become a coaster for someone's coffee? Is this going to end up under someone's pizza box? That's a real fear, and it should be. At Pink Harbor, that does not happen. Our office is immaculately clean. We work in a near paperless environment. There are no piles of documents sitting around, no loose papers, no mystery stacks. Your data is secured. Your information is stored properly. And no prying eyes will ever see your documents. When you drop off your tax information to us, you don't have to worry about it getting misplaced, damaged, or casually sitting out in the open. Because when you're trusting someone with your entire financial life, security shouldn't be optional. It should be standard. Let's talk about places that only exist during tax season. You know the ones. They pop up in January, disappear in April, and if you have a problem in July, good luck. The lights are off, the sign is gone, and the person who handled your return is nowhere to be found. Those places don't build long-term relationships. They file a return and move on. At Pink Harbor, we're open all year round because taxes don't stop being relevant on April 16th. IRS notices don't wait for the next tax season. Questions come up. Life happens, and when it does, you should already have your firm that knows you. And here's another difference. Some places only do taxes. That's it. One form, one season, one service. We don't work that way. At Pink Harbor, we provide individual tax preparation, tax resolution, business accounting, and advisory services. Whether you're dealing with an IRS audit issue, running a business, planning ahead, or simply trying to stay compliant, we're here for all of it. That means you're not bouncing between providers as your financial life becomes more complex. And at some point, everyone outgrows the beginner stuff. If your finances have matured, if your income has changed, or if your situation goes beyond a single W-2, you deserve more than a seasonal tax shop. You deserve to graduate to the big leagues, because this isn't just about filing a return. It's about having a real accounting firm in your corner, not just tax season, but for everything that comes after it too. At Pink Harbor CPA, we don't prepare your returns while you wait. You provide your documents securely. You can upload them or drop them off right at our office. Our team begins preparing the return in advance. Issues are flagged early. Questions are asked before filing. Then you meet with us, in person or virtually, and we review the return with you line by line. You see what changed. You understand why it matters. And before anything is filed, a licensed CPA reviews and signs off on the return. That's accountability. That's professionalism. That's respect for your money. Pink Harbor CPA is a CPA firm providing tax preparation services virtually throughout the world and in person in our New Jersey office. We use a structured team-based approach. Trained staff handle data entry and organization, and every single return is reviewed and signed off by a licensed CPA before it's filed. There are no cartoons, no gimmicks, no oops, hope that was right. Just real professionals handling real financial decisions. Not near our office? No problem. If you're not close enough to visit our office in person, that's not a limitation. It's not a problem at all. We serve clients anywhere using secure, industry-leading virtual services that replicate the in-office experience without sacrificing professionalism, privacy, or quality. This is not a chat window. This is not messaging back and forth with a stranger. Our virtual appointments are face-to-face meetings with real Pink Harbor staff members. You see us, we see you, and we walk through your return together, just like you would in our office. You're working with qualified professionals, not temporary staff, and not someone reading from a script. Our team completes extensive continuing education every single year to stay current with tax law changes, and compliance requirements and planning strategies. That matters, especially in a year with as many changes as this one. Our virtual meetings are structured, thorough, and designed to leave nothing unanswered. We review your return carefully and explain what matters and make sure everything is right before it's filed. You don't leave with a virtual appointment with Pink Harbor wondering if it was done correctly or if something was missed. You leave knowing your return was prepared, reviewed, and handled properly. That's the difference between checking a box and delivering industry-leading virtual tax preparation experience. And just to be clear, this does not happen in a retail aisle. No cubicles, no foot traffic, no stranger 6 feet away. Your tax information deserves walls. It deserves security. And it deserves professionals who take it seriously. So, here's the bottom line. Your taxes are important. Getting the right person to handle them is important. And the best time to take care of that is not later. Don't close this window and tell yourself you'll come back and do it. Don't hope that you remember where you saw it. Don't wait until the deadline is closer and options are fewer. If you're watching this right now, this is your moment to take action. Call our office at 856-226-9524 and speak with our team, or use the link in the show notes to schedule your appointment online, in person, virtually, or simply drop off your documents. But do it now, because this is not the year to guess. This is not the year to wait. And this is not the year to hope everything works out. Your taxes deserve serious attention, and the right professional can't wait. Pink Harbor CPA. We take this seriously.